Hey guys, so today I'm filming a different kind of video. This is going to be a video on all of the products that I've hit pan on. I did a video similar to this years ago. It actually used to be a tag. I'll link that up here in case you want to see how awful I was in YouTube back in the day and how awkward I was. But I did hit pan on some pretty awesome products in that video, so if you want to check it out, I'll have that linked for you. And the reason that I decided to do this video again today is because I was inspired by Arisa XO. I'll have her video linked down below, and it just popped up my subscription feed and I thought it was something that I would like to do on my channel as well. And since I have all of these items collected here, I feel pretty good about all the items that I have hit pan on. So I will have them all listed and linked in the description box for you guys if that will be helpful, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So what I'm going to be doing in this video today is just showing you all of the products, giving you mini reviews, letting you know whether I would recommend them or repurchase them. The first product I've hit pan on is the Wet n Wild Fergie Mattifying Take on the Day Powder. I have gone through several of these. The pan is very shallow, so it does not take long to hit pan, but this is a drugstore dupe of the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder Pressed, and this is amazing. This is the best powder to set your under eyes, whether you have oily or dry skin, because you only need a small amount of powder, which will really help keep your under eye area from looking cakey. I definitely recommend this, and I would and have repurchased it. My next product is the MAC Shaping Powder in the shade Emphasize. The shaping powders are their highlighting powders. They come in 5 or 6 shades, so there will be a shade to match every skin tone. This is a pro product, but anybody can buy them online. And this is the lightest shade, Emphasize, which looks a little bit off-white. It is like an ivory color, but it works for me because I am a very fair NC15 skin tone. Jaclyn Hill used to be obsessed with this, and a lot of other people were as well. I would not recommend this specific shade for people that are much darker than me, because it will just be like super intense and not as wearable for the everyday. But this is a great powder. It really has lasted me a long time. It is very pigmented, and this shade has a little bit of shimmer to it. It doesn't look shimmery under the eye, but it does have a nice glow. It really helps brighten my under eye. So I love this powder, and I do think I would repurchase it. So then, powders for my whole face, I have 3. The first one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade 100 Translucent. This is my go-to touch-up powder that I keep in my purse. I've tried touch-up powders from Neutrogena and Catrice, and I don't like those near as well as I love the Rimmel Stay Matte. It does a great job of soaking up excess oil without looking powdery on my skin. It keeps me matte for a fairly decent time, which I love. Some touch-up powders instantly mattify me, but then after 30 minutes I'm oily again, but this one does a great job. I would recommend this and repurchase it. My next powder is one I use to set my whole face. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in the shade number 100 Translucent, which is actually not a translucent powder. It is very fair with a yellow undertone, so it matches me perfectly. Also, this is a very shallow pan. I hit pan in these Maybelline Fit Me powders very quickly. I have used up several of these. These are awesome. They give great coverage, and they do help keep me matte for a decent amount of time. Absolutely love this. One of my holy grail face powders. This comes in a ton of shades for people of varying skin tones, so I would recommend and repurchase this. My next powder is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade W1 Porcelain, which is the lightest shade in the warm category. I do not like this powder whatsoever. I know a lot of people love this. Emily Noel 83 has raved about this powder for years, but it does not work for my oily skin. If you have normal skin, you will probably really love this, but if you are super oily, this will do nothing to help mattify you. It does give a little bit of coverage, but the color is not right for me at all either, so I'm trying to use this up, get it out of my collection. I will not repurchase this. Again, this might be something that would be good for normal skin, but if you are super oily like me, this is going to do nothing for you. I would recommend the Maybelline Fit Me powder. So as I was getting ready this morning, I hit pan on a new product, which was so exciting for me. I thought that was quite the coincidence, considering this is the video I was filming today. And I hit pan on the Revlon PhotoReady bronzer in Bronze and Chic. I get so excited when I hit pan on bronzers. I go through face powders very quickly, but bronzer products, they take me much longer. So I have only hit a baby amount of pan right here, if you can see it. Just a really tiny amount of pan, but it is there and it still counts. This is the best drugstore bronzer out there. Revlon discontinued this for some reason that I will never understand or feel is justified, because Revlon doesn't have another bronzer that actually works well. This is very pigmented. It is a matte bronzer that has 4 tones to it. I use these 2 for bronzing and these 2 for contouring. Very pigmented, very smooth, easy to blend out, not patchy. One of the best bronzers I've ever tried. And if you can find this online, I would recommend that you buy it. I actually have a backup of this because my friend Jean sent it to me. So yes, I would recommend this. And I don't need to repurchase it because I already have a backup, but definitely recommend you guys try to find this online if it is for a pretty affordable price. So we are all done with face and I'm moving on to eyebrows and eyes. I actually have 3 eyebrow powder kits that I have hit pan on. The first one is my MAC eyeshadow in Omega, and I'm sure that you can see that pan right here. This is the first brow powder that I really fell in love with. This is a very light, cool tone color that is perfect for blonde brows. So it will help fill in your brow without looking too intense. The color is perfect. MAC matte eyeshadows are perfect for brow powders. The formula is very pigmented, very smooth, and it is a true matte. I absolutely love this. I would consider this to be holy grail. I haven't used this in a minute because I've been trying to work on some other brow powders that I have, but I would absolutely recommend and repurchase this. Even though it isn't marketed as a brow powder, it is perfect for one. So I've also hit pan on the brow powder that I'm using currently, which is the Lorac Take a Brow Kit in the shade Blonde. My friend Lucy sent this to me, and look at the pan I've hit on the lightest shade. That is pretty substantial and makes me very excited, and all of the area around the pan is very thin as well. This product is awesome. It does come with a very sticky wax, which will really help keep your brows in place. It comes with a lighter and a darker shade. This shade is too dark for me, but it is a beautiful color that would also be great as an eyeshadow. The formula of these are very pigmented and smooth. Honestly, I wish the Lorac eyeshadows were like this formula when it comes to the pro palettes, because these are pigmented and blendable without being overly blendable or too powdery. This is also a great shade for blondes, but if your hair has a warm undertone, if your hair has a cool undertone, I would recommend Max Omega. This is the one that I used to use, but because my hair is more strawberry blonde, I'm going to dye it red shortly, then I feel like this powder will match me even better, but hopefully I can use this up within the next couple months. It is a really great product. I would recommend it, and I do believe I would repurchase this. My last brow product would be the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit in the shade Ash. This comes with a tinted wax and a powder. Very awesome, light, cool undertone brow products for blondes. Now, the tinted wax is not my favorite, but I do like it. I use the combo. I will apply the wax on my brows first and set it with the powder, which is very pigmented. And I have hit pan on the wax right here and right here, if you can see. And this is a pretty good drugstore brow kit. I think that it works really well, very pigmented, and it lasts my brows all day. It comes in 4 colors. Ash is great for ashy tone blondes. Light would be good for redheads. Medium for brunettes, and the deep shade would be great for people with black hair. This is a great brow kit. I would recommend this, but I don't think I would repurchase this. I think that I prefer my Lorac and MAC brow powders, but this is a great drugstore option. Now moving on to eyeshadow, I have 2 creams. The first one is the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Badge the Bronze. I'm wearing this on my lid today. I have been trying to use this up all year long. I have made some pretty decent progress, but I still have a little bit left. The Maybelline Color Tattoos are some of my absolute favorite cream bases. I think that they come in a lot of beautiful shades, some neutral and some colorful. They do have some matte shades as well. This color is stunning. This is more of a cool tone bronze. I say it is a Taupe bronze, which I really love. I think it is a stunning shade, very pigmented and smooth. The Maybelline Color Tattoos do dry out relatively quickly, but all you need to do is take a toothpick, run it through the product, mush it all up, and then smooth it out with your finger, and it is just as creamy. I always forget, but at the beginning of this year, this Maybelline Color Tattoo was literally in pieces, and now it is as creamy as can be just because I mixed it up. Like, I cannot believe it was broken apart in pieces and now it is creamy as the day that I bought it. So I love this shade. I would definitely repurchase it and I would recommend it. This is a shade that I think everyone should have in their collection. Next, I have another Maybelline color tattoo. This is in the shade Tough as Taupe. This used to be a holy grail to me. I haven't used this in over a year. I used to love it as a base in my crease, and this is a really great matte taupe shade. It is like a wet concrete color. I think it is a really nice base. I would not wear it on its own, but it would be a great base for matte deep eyeshadows. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'd repurchase this one because I haven't used it in so long. I do still think it's a great formula, but I'm not sure if I would repurchase that color, which is kind of sad because I was literally obsessed with this. I used to wear it every day. That's how I hit pan on it, is because I used to use it so much. So then I have two powder eyeshadows. The first one is Wet n Wild Single in the shade Brulee. I have used up a few of these in my lifetime. This is an amazing matte cream, very pigmented and smooth. This Wet n Wild matte formula is one of the best matte eyeshadow formulas I've tried in my life. I really wish they had more shades. They do have Panther, which is an intense matte black. I would recommend both of these. Incredible formula, and I love the color. And lastly, I have one more eyeshadow. This is the Milani Bella Eyes eyeshadow in number 3 Bella Cappuccino, and I have hit pan right in the center of this product. It doesn't have a silver pan, but it has a plate because this is like a baked product. Let me see if you can hear it. That is just straight up plate. I have hit pretty major pan on this. This is one of my favorite transition shades for my skin tone. It does have a neutral leaning cool undertone, very pigmented and smooth. I do have an entire review on the Milani Bella Eyes eyeshadows. I'll link that up here. These are really nice and pigmented and smooth, but these aren't metallic, intense, crazy colors. They are neutral and colorful shadows that are wearable for the everyday woman. So I do love the formula of this, and I would definitely repurchase this because, like I said, it is one of my go-to cool neutral transition shades. So those are all the products that I have hit pan on. I would love to know your thoughts if you've tried any of these products, and please leave a comment down below of all the products you have hit pan on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.